You know, if there's one person who has great experience, it would have to be Solomon. And Solomon was full of advice for people who are looking to get married. Let me read to you some of his advice, yeah? This is what Solomon says. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 9. He says, "It is better to live alone in the corner of an attic than with a quarrelsome wife in a lovely home." Do you know where Solomon lived? In the grandest of palaces. And guess where he was in the grandest of the palace? He was in the corner. Because he made the mistake of marrying a wife who was someone who would pick a fight with him all the time. Nag, nag, nag. Why do you do this? Why do you do that? Where were you? What are you doing? And it just totally made his life so miserable that he left his perfectly good throne and went and sat in the corner of his palace. And he's writing this proverb. It is better to live in a corner of an attic than with a quarrelsome wife, he writes. And he didn't write it once, he wrote it twice. The same scripture is found twice in Proverbs. I'm kidding you not. Chapter 27, verse 15, the exact same verse is written again. It's almost like he was going crazy. He forgot he had written that proverb. He's writing it again. And as he's writing it, she found him and started, badgering him with more annoying questions. So then he wrote this verse. In verse 19 of the same chapter 21, he writes, it says, "Better to live in a desert than with a quarrelsome and ill-tempered wife." After she found him, he said, "Leave me alone, woman. I'm going to a place with no network coverage. I'm going to a place where you can't find me." And he goes to the middle of the desert and says, "It is better to live in the wilderness than to live with a quarrelsome woman." It's written so that you don't have to experience what Solomon experienced. Proverbs 27, verse 15. He says, "A quarrelsome wife is like a constant dripping on a rainy day." Drip, 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 drip. And if it goes out all night, it can drive you crazy. And Solomon says, that's how my wife is.